How's it going, everybody? Hunter Zeigler here with another review video. Today we're going to be looking at the First Lite Stormlight Ultralight Rain Jacket. It's kind of a long name that they came up with, and it's kind of a little tricky, especially whenever I tell you that the pair of pants I bought with it that I'll be reviewing in this video, they are the Boundary Stormtight pants. So we got the Stormlight jacket and the Stormtight pants. I've owned both of these now for about a year and a half, and I originally picked them up in anticipation for an elk hunt in late September. Every year we go out to Colorado, and it's never a shocker to get 2 or 3 days worth of rain on a 5 to 6 day hunt, or at least one rainstorm a day, something like that. So I was tired of actually taking my poncho. I bought like a 99-cent poncho one year and just used it and took my chances. And you know what? I was like, if I'm going to go out here for the rest of my life, I should probably just go ahead and pick up a lightweight rainsuit that I can stuff down in my pack and not ever pull it out unless I need it. And I also had in mind that I fish a lot of tournaments in the spring and in the summertime, and I needed something lightweight that wasn't going to burn me up on the inside, that I could throw on if we got rain in the forecast for a fishing tournament. So that's kind of how I've been using this product or these products the last year and a half or so. And today I just wanted to give you a general overview, and then at the end I'm going to give you a little bit of a rating. I'm not going to go 1 out of 5 stars on this one, but just go ahead and list you some pros and cons and things you can be mindful of, or at least what to expect out of this suit. So I've previously owned a couple of different rain suits, and none of them were for hunting. I'm speaking purely from a fishing perspective here, but I had a Fraybill rain suit and a Frog Togs rain suit, which most people have a little bit of experience with. And the material on both of those, they did not do their job at all. I mean, anytime we had a heavy rain of any kind, or even a moderately heavy, it didn't even have to be a super heavy rain. I'd say the best performance you'd get out of this thing is with a drizzle. So it was like, why do I even have this if anytime it rains more than a drizzle, I'm going to get soaked? So not very good experience with Fraybill or the Frog Tog suit. So I was kind of tired of cheaping my way around it, so to speak. And I went ahead and picked this suit up. I got the jacket for $130, I think, or $150. I got the jacket for $150. I got the pants for $130. That was about a year and a half ago, and I've been wearing them ever since. Prices have went up since then. I think it's $230 and $250 now. So I think some of the notoriety around the company, and they've partnered with Meat Eater and like Phelps Game Calls, Dave Smith Decoys. They've partnered with some other really good companies, and I think the popularity of all these companies combined probably has their demand going through the roof, and they're able to charge a little bit more. Even with the increased manufacturing costs, it seems like the prices have certainly increased quite a bit, and I don't know that you can justify all that with inflation, but you're going to get what you pay for a little bit. I know I say that a lot on these reviews, but I'm going to tell you here in a little bit on how this suit handles up in the rain, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to start out by covering the Boundary pants. They come in at 19 ounces, and the current price of these pants has raised to $225, like I just mentioned, and it's now available in 2 different colors. The pair that you're seeing here is the First Lite Fusion color. That's one of their most popular patterns. And then it also comes in a dry earth pattern, which is a brown or a khaki type of color. These pants, they do run a little bit larger because they're made to be worn over the top of other pants. And so far I've had no issues with that whatsoever. To get the sizing, I went ahead and used their size chart on their website. It was pretty easy to handle, and went ahead and made my own measurements, and that got me what I needed. The pants fit a little bit large, but they're made to, and you want it like that so that you can slip them on and you have a little bit of room underneath to wear your whatever you want, merino wool or pair of jeans, anything like that. So what's nice about that as well is they have full length zippers on both legs, and that makes them super easy to put on or take off. And around the waist, they have a belt-like system built into them, and it's easily adjustable without the need for an actual belt on the outside. So you can just tighten them it's got a little bit of a latch system that you buckle, and then you use that excess slack to pull out of it, or to pull the slack out, and it's like you got a belt built in them. So pretty cool feature there. It took me a little bit to get used to. Yeah, they also have loops for suspenders if you're somebody that wants to wear suspenders. The only pocket that's provided on these pants is located on the back side of the right knee. To be honest with you, it took a little bit for me to find this pocket. Like I didn't even know it was there for a while. I probably should have checked them out a little bit better before putting them on, but it was one of those things. I didn't need it until I needed it. So to give you a size reference of the pocket, I went ahead and put my wallet in there, and I'd estimate that it took from somewhere about 60 to 70% of the volume there. So it's not the biggest pocket in the world, but I was able to squeeze my iPhone in there as well, and it probably took up another 15% or so of the room. So it's not the biggest pocket, but it is there for something. You could put your keys in there, I assume. You could put anything you wanted in there. Just the location of it, though, is kind of out there where you wouldn't expect it. So now we'll move on to the Stormlight Ultralight Rain Jacket. It comes in at only 12 ounces, and it's priced at $250 right now. I think the jacket runs pretty normal to size for an athletic fit, but First Lite's website states that it runs a little bit on the larger side. I don't really see that, but that's my body type too. So go ahead and follow their sizing chart if you're going to plan on ordering this thing, and it should suit you. This jacket is best used for temperatures from 45 degrees Fahrenheit and above, and the pants are the same way. They're not made to keep you warm in cold conditions. You're looking more springtime, fall, definitely not wintertime unless you've had a mild winter or you're in the South maybe. But yeah, it's made to breathe a little bit and not retain all of that heat inside. The jacket features Velcro on the ends of the sleeves, and that allows you to tighten them down really well, and it keeps water from draining up your sleeve if you were to raise your arms whenever you had water standing on your sleeve. And you can see here that the range of motion is no issue in this jacket, as it's built with extra stretch room in it. That's one of their designs that they note within the features of the jacket on their website, and I would agree to that. The boundary pants are also built the same way. I ripped out a few squats in them to prove they won't rip, although it kind of helps that I'm not a very big guy, so I'm probably not the best case study for whether or not these things are going to rip with range of motion. I don't think I've ever ripped a pair of pants in my life, but you shouldn't be making these movements really anyways. It was just, I thought I'd give it a whirl and see what I got out of it. So I'll get back to the jacket here. It features two pockets on the exterior, and they're both a bit larger than the pocket on the pants, which is nice because this is where I keep my phone, wallet, and my keys a majority of the time. And arguably, besides the nice pockets, the most important part of this jacket is the hood to me. You know how it is with rain gear. If you don't have a good hood on it and you don't have that thing tightened down, you're going to end up getting wet. So if you watch my review on the Sitka Incinerator jacket, that's on our channel, you know that a bad hood design can give a jacket a major downgrade, in my opinion. However, the hood on this jacket is perfect, and I feel it gives your face full coverage from the wind and rain. It also has a nice drawstring in the back that keeps the hood tight to your face and from falling off your head. Like if you were to bend over and pick your head back up, it's not going to fly off. It's tightened down to your head, and it's not going anywhere. It doesn't have the full coverage out top or over the top to where your bill's not going to get wet, but I don't know that I've ever seen a rain jacket accomplish that very well. So I'm sure the big question most of you have is whether or not this suit can handle the heavy rain. And I'm here to tell you that this suit is top notch when keeping you dry. It's nothing like those cheap Frog Tog or Fraybill suits that I've owned before. And I've put it to the test in a couple of fishing tournaments over the summer, and it performed beyond expectations. It did way better than I expected. I thought with the lightweight material, I thought that I would surely feel or see some, wetness in the undergarments that I was wearing, and that just wasn't the case. I took my jacket off after we went through a full-on downpour and a steady rain that lasted over an hour, and I didn't have a wet spot on me. I felt it felt as if I were wet on the inside until I took the jacket off, and then nothing. So it was a little bit of an illusion there, but I think that was just because of the weight of the water sitting on this lightweight material. And my dad had a hook rain suit on and ended up getting pretty wet around the arms while I remained dry from head to toe. So that suit's a lot more expensive, or at least it was. And that's a pretty good test when you run those two things side by side and one comes out a little bit faulty, and the First Lite handled it well. So to further test this out, I came up with a redneck test method of having my wife dump a 5-gallon bucket of water on my head, and it was pretty tough for her to get the bucket up there, but she managed to get it up and over, and this caused a little bit of erosion in the driveway, but the suit held on strong, and I came out dry once again. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up with some of the pros and the cons of the suit. I always find myself reaching for more pockets on the pants, like you'd normally have a pair of jean pockets where you could tuck your hands in. I like pockets like that, and the only con I think about the pants is the location of the pocket that's there, and then not having pockets on the front of the legs. It just takes a little bit to get used to, and it's not exactly my favorite design. Another con is that the price has significantly increased in the last couple of years, as everything else has, so take that with a grain of salt. And the last con I could come up with is that the suit's not made in America. I believe it was Vietnam or something along those lines. That's what I had on the tag of my jacket. So it's not an American-made product, which kind of sucks. I would like to know if you guys know of any American-made rain suit companies. Put that in the comments below. And now on to the pros. First off, the performance of the suit is just, it's beyond expectations, and it does everything that I need it to do as far as keeping me dry. Second, the suit's super lightweight and packable. I mean, you're looking at less than 2 pounds, I believe. Put it in your backpack, and you can stuff it as far as you want, and it almost gets lost in there. You forget you even have it, or you don't think that anything's in your pack. It's that lightweight. Super good fit. Feels nice with shooting motion. If you did a lunge in it, it's not gonna rip. So good fit, good packability, and the lightweightness of it is just, it's what you're asking for on backcountry elk hunting trips. The third pro, I would say, is the full length leg zippers. I think those are crucial now on almost anything I have, especially for something that's outerwear that you're going to put on with a pair of boots that you've already got on and don't want to take off. So just the ability to be able to keep your boots on and step into these things is great, especially if downpour fires up and you don't have a lot of time. And lastly, the zippers are high quality zippers. No issues with them whatsoever. They're watertight, so items that are in your pockets are not going to get wet, and nobody wants a wet $800 cell phone in their pocket and taking the chance of ruining that or getting your wallet wet or something like that. So everything on this suit's high quality, and it's built with high quality materials. So that's a great thing to have. All in all, I would consider this suit a buy. If I had to rate it, I would give it probably a 4 out of 5 stars. And I think the only thing that would keep me from giving it a perfect 5 is the lack of pockets on the front of the pants. You can wear this thing from Western United States to the East Coast and almost all times of the year. I would rule it out in the winter, but for the rest of the year, this thing's going to get you through what it needs to get you through. And being able to wear this thing probably 9 months out of the year, it really makes it justifiable. And I know the price I mentioned before was a little bit of a con, but whenever you look at as a piece that you can wear 9 months out of the year, you don't get to say that a lot about other items. Overall, it's definitely a buy in my case. I'd buy it again, and it's a critical part to my gear list, especially when we go out west. Yeah, that's all I've got for you in this video. If you found it helpful, please like the video, drop us a comment. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to get more information like this. And hopefully we have some more videos coming out that are going to help you guys out and help you get prepared for elk season or whatever season it is that you're going into. So with that being said, I hope you all have a good day and good luck hunting this fall.